sooner or later, you end up getting all these diseases that you didn't even consider. Oh, I've just got diabetes. That's what happens when you reach 40. Oh, my doctor says most people, my age have fatty liver. No, this is a choice of your daily habits that have compounded over the last 15, 20, 30 years of your life. Hey everyone, it's Opie here for another video where I talk about health, wealth and happiness. So I've spent about 4 hours in the garden and it's been awesome, but it's gone dark fairly quickly. It's only like 8:30 at night, but autumn is definitely upon us. I remember, in summer I would be out here until 10 o'clock at night, no issues, but getting darker. But anyway, the good news is I was able to put my headphones on and ended up smashing out a audiobook that I had read a while ago. That was a book by Jeff Olson, The Slight Edge. And it's an awesome book because I feel like this transitions from the topic that we discussed yesterday, which was taking massive imperfect action. And that was all about consistency as well. And this is very similar book, but this doesn't go into the massiveness. It's all about just consistently taking small steps, step by step, until that compounds over to a uncontrollable behemoth of results, whatever it might be. So as an example, we can choose to eat a hamburger today and it probably won't kill you. You can eat a hamburger tomorrow and the next day and the next day and whatever, change the hamburger to whatever your vice is, right? In terms of your sweetness. So it could be a soft drink, it could be anything. Some unhealthy food that you eat on a regular basis. As I said, on a given day, it won't kill you. But over time, it ends up clogging the arteries. And when you have a heart attack 20 years down the track, 30 years down the track, it's not an overnight thing. You don't just have a heart attack. It's been the compound effect of your daily deliberate actions that you've taken over a certain period of time. And it ends up being something fatal. Well, hopefully it doesn't, become fatal, but often it is. I mean, I'm seeing this happening as we speak in my life already, and my circle of friends and so forth. I've had a fairly good diet for the last decade or so. And I often get teased when we go out, Hope is eating his veggies again, ha ha ha, and, my friends would be eating their steaks or whatever and, get him some grass. This is just the sort of attitude. And it doesn't offend me at all because I'm just used to it. I brush it off and just move on. But now it's gotten to the point where I'm living my best life in terms of health-wise. As you know, I get my migraines. Other than that, I'm all good. So the daily deliberate actions of what I've been doing has compounded to the point where it's working really well for me. If I take the example of drinking a soft drink a day, and this is very normal for people. I didn't realize how normal it is for people to just drink a soft drink after dinner, lunch, or hopefully not breakfast, but God forbid, I have seen people chug down like an energy drink brand in the morning. And believe me, that used to be me. Not every day, but I would enjoy the odd one just to get that energy. But these drinks compound over day in, day out. And sooner or later, you end up getting all these diseases that you didn't even consider. Oh, I've just got diabetes. That's what happens when you reach 40. Oh, I've got fatty liver. Oh, my doctor says most people, my age have fatty liver. No. This is a choice of your daily habits that have compounded over the last 15, 20, 30 years of your life. And it's just now taking fruition in a negative way. Just like, I've gone back to the example, by you eating that one hamburger, that's not going to clog your arteries straight away. Even though if you've ever watched that documentary, The Game Changers, hopefully it's on Netflix, check it out for sure. That actually shows you one meal does actually impact you internally. Through blood results, you can actually check that.
One and only Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Steak. That's what a man eats.
Selling that idea that real men eat meat.
Serious man food.
But you got to understand that's marketing.
So just quickly explain that trial. They ended up splitting this group of athletes into 2 different groups. One was given a standard American diet. The other one was just given a very clean plant-based diet. Guess what? When you do the blood results, you could tell straight away what people have eaten and the physiological effects of it. It's almost scary looking at these results.
Today, we're going to be feeding them 3 burrito breakfasts with a lot of protein. 2 of them have sources of animal-based protein and fat. One is from beef, one is from chicken. Third is a plant-based burrito, which has beans in it. So the protein and the fat came from a plant-based source. This is a plant burrito. This is a meat burrito. Look at the difference it makes in what circulates in your bloodstream.
Cloudy.
Cloudy. And that's on top is the fat circulating in your blood from the meat burrito.
Gotcha.
Griff, you're the vegan. Here's your blood from today and your blood from yesterday. Nice and clear, both of them.
So the fat from the avocado doesn't have that kind of effect?
That's right. Kenny, you're the fried chicken guy. You want to see your chicken? There it is.
Yeah, it's pretty gross to see.
But I've been obviously talking about health, but this could be relayed back to other aspects of your life as well, such as wealth. So imagine if you've got the habit of transferring a certain amount of money into a retirement account each time you get paid. This compounds over time, and all of a sudden, by the time you're 50, 60, 70, you're a millionaire. Well, hopefully not 70, but way before that, because of the daily deliberate actions that you've taken. And there's countless other examples that I could go into, but this is what it's all about. It doesn't become a burden to you. You know, yesterday I did talk about massive imperfect action, and that's probably too much for most people. How about we take a very small step towards whatever your goals are? So if you wanted to say become healthy, why don't you start eating a piece of fruit a day? And that's all you have to do. Just eat 1 piece of fruit a day. And that's what you're doing for the first week. Second week, you increase that to 2 pieces of fruit. Third week, you end up doing a walk as well. Walk around the block. You're not doing anything else. Just 1 walk around the block. The week after that, 2 blocks. And now you're probably eating some nuts as well into your diet. So the gradual changing of your daily habits ends up compounding over time to you becoming a healthy person. And again, this could venture out into other areas of your life as well, such as relationships. You could have a gratitude journal, which the author talks about. You know, writing, hey, my son was awesome today because he did this for me, and we had a beautiful communication of how, you know, what his dreams were, whatever it may be. I've gone on far enough with these analogies and topics, but I do recommend you read this book. It's sold millions of copies. There is a reason why it has. It's impacted even more millions of people in how to take daily deliberate actions and how it compounds over time. I'm not going to ruin some of the stories for you because some of the stories are really eye-opening. Like, but you're like, wow, it's incredible in terms of how he talks about the lotus plants that grows and how that duplicates over the time. He uses this money example as well, where there's 2 sons and he gives a penny to each, and that doubles over a period of 30 days. Incredible. So read that book. But yesterday's episode and today's episode do go together, I feel. But if yesterday's episode was too much for you, just try today's one. Just tiny little steps. Tiny little steps is what you have to take to make a massive impact. Anyway, all the best. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you. Bye.